And a good morning to your family. Ron Holland here, host of Community Voices on Old School 105.3 and Praise 100.9. Ladies, I have a question. Do you know your purpose? God has given you gifts and talents. The question is, are you fulfilling your purpose and your gifts and talents? Well, my guest here today, she is here to talk about how you can fulfill your purpose in life. She is Michelle Tonkin. She is the author of the new book, The Hero-ine Within, Finding Fulfillment in Your Purpose. I got it right this time. Yeah. Absolutely. Michelle, thank you so much for coming today.
Of course. Great to be here. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. I want to talk about your book. I know you are excited about it, partly because this is your third book. So you have been you've been staunchly getting prepared for this particular interview, and I'm just excited that you're here. So thank you again for coming.
Thank you for having me. Yeah, it's just something the Lord laid in my heart. I mean, so many women out there are just struggling to find their purpose, their identity. And God has a specific plan and purpose and destiny for each woman. And I believe this devotional will help to answer a lot of questions for them. What is my purpose? Why am I here? What does God want me to do with my life? And I think a lot of women kind of put their dreams and desires on the shelf thinking, well, I maybe can get to that later. You know, I got kids, I got a husband, I got other things on my plate, and how can I really make a difference where I'm at in my life? And God's saying, no matter where you are, He can use you even in the small things.
Well, what I find particularly interesting about you is that this is your third book. So I think it's important for people to understand that you are really a person who is dedicated to actually doing work for women specifically. But I do want to know a little bit about you personally. Tell us about Michelle.
Oh, man. Well, I'm actually 38 years old. I know like I'm 20. But I've been on a journey for the last 15, 20 years. In about 1998, I got Lyme disease. And it was kind of like a journey to finding out how I even got it and everything. And so it's been a journey of health for myself, to help myself and other people. So I got my degree as a naturopathic doctor and help other people with their health. But also, Lord, along that journey has also inspired me to write not just devotionals for women, but also books on health, nutrition. I have some scripts I'm trying to promote to like movie scripts. So, and we also, my sister and I have a music ministry that we do. And our purpose is to reach people that, you know, maybe they're unreachables, no one else wants to reach out to. And so I want to get outside the walls of the church.
Amen.
And get people, because everyone needs to know who Jesus is. And God's called us and commissioned us all to go out into the highways and byways of life and reach people. And so that's my, you know, my focus is eternal. I'm looking at, you know, leaving a legacy and, you know, bringing people to the Lord.
Sure. Now, the question is, particularly as you are grappling with Lyme disease, is did you question God at all? Did you say, God, why? Why me?
Of course.
How did you muddle through that?
I mean, my parents and my friends, but mainly my faith, you know, just trusting God and believing that He had an answer to what I was going through. And, you know, it's been quite a journey, a process to get to where I am. There was a point where I was in bed, you know, for about a year. And, you know, we had all these scripture verses on the wall, you know, just claiming my healing. And Melissa actually went through the same thing too. So it's kind of like we went through it together. And so it's been a process, you know, of the Lord just refining me through everything. And not saying that He wanted this to happen to me, but He allowed it to bring me to a place where it's all about Jesus. And not about me. Because when you go through something like that, and other women have gone through their own, you know, we all have our own trials and struggles that we go through. And I believe that God allows those things that the enemy meant for bad and turn it around to, you know, have a platform to help other people.
Now, was there a serendipitous moment that really moved you to actually write the book?
I don't know about that. I just remember I was in my bathroom and this idea came to me. Like, you know, a lot of women, they don't picture themselves as the hero type. They just kind of see themselves taking a back seat. And not saying that, you know, only, you know, that's wrong about men, but, you know, I believe that God has put that in the heart of women, that they to take a role of bravery and courage and to lead people. I mean, we see that in Joan of Arc. You see that in women of the Bible, Rahab, Esther, Deborah. These are heroes of the Bible. And yes, they are women, but they are heroes that God has pointed as strong women. You can be a strong woman and still be a woman, you know. You can still be feminine.
Now, what makes you specifically a heroine? And you know, I should let folks know I was struggling between heroine and heroine. But what makes you a heroine?
Keep it clean here. You know, obedience. You know, I mean, I'm no different than anybody else. You know, I have my struggles, but I think when you walk in obedience and faith to God, even in the small things, even when you're afraid and you walk in that because you know He's called you to something, that makes you a hero. Yeah.
When people finish reading the book, what would be the takeaway for them?
I think they're going to get a lot out of it, but I think mainly it's going to encourage them that, yes, I can make a difference in my life. No matter where I am, you know, what struggles I've gone through, God can actually use that to enable me to be a blessing to other people. And so I think it's just finding out that your identity and who you are as a children of God, as God's daughter, and that God's going to use them to do mighty things.
Amen. If folks would like to pick up a copy of the book, where can they go?
I have it on actually theheroinewithin.com, Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com, WestbrookPress.com, and also locally there is a bookstore, Park Road Books in Charlotte, that you can pick this up too.
Okay, all right. Michelle Tonkin, author of the book, The Hero-ine Within, Finding Fulfillment in Your Purpose. Thank you again for joining me.
Thank you guys. Have a blessed day.
Absolutely. Again, if you would like more information on how to get your copy of the book, The Hero-ine Within, Finding Fulfillment in Your Purpose, log on to our website, oldschool1053.com and praisecharlotte.com. Thank you so much for tuning in this week. I'm your host, Ron Holland. We'll talk with you next week.
Thank you.